He sent me a text saying, I love that she is getting hot. I want to taste how wet she makes you.
And he's talking about who?
His stepdaughter, who's 14 years old. Even about my daughter, he's asked for things, and it has infuriated
Your
me.
daughter?
My daughter.
How old's your daughter?
15.
So welcome back to the channel today, everyone. As you can see from that intro, it's gonna be a pretty disturbing video. So viewer discretion is most definitely advised. So first, we had the Chris Cuomo firing, followed by the allegations that he was just like his brother. He had, sexually harassed women, and CNN let him go after those allegations made it to light. Then there was the big bombshell that Cuomo's producer, John Griffin, was not only fired, but he was also arrested on 3 counts of using interstate commerce to entice minors and to engage in sexual activity. So essentially, he was on message boards trying to lure mothers and their daughters to his house for sexual abuse. The Post Millennial quotes the reports as saying, he told the parents, among other ideas, the indictment reads, that a woman is a woman regardless of her age, and that women should be sexually subservient and inferior to men. Then it goes on to say, on these communication platforms, Griffin sought to persuade parents to allow him to train their daughters to be sexually submissive. In June of 2020, Griffin advised a mother of 9 and 13 that the mother's responsibility was to see her older daughter was trained properly. Then there was an alleged instance where he did abuse a 9-year-old girl, and it also attempted to entice 2 more mothers. I gotta say, this whole story is really hard to read about, and I've put the Post Millennial article about it in the description in case you want to read all the charges and allegations that have been made against Mr. Griffin. And if this isn't bad enough, now we have one more CNN producer who is under fire. Project Veritas has released a video that has shown text messages and videos of another CNN producer fantasizing about molesting his fiance's 14-year-old. So the woman who has come forward, her name is Janine Benani. She is also a survivor of human trafficking, and she's also a survivor advocate as well. So these two met when she was actually being trafficked. He had messaged her on back pages, and their relationship began from there. Apparently, they've known each other for about 10 years. And within the last years, when he started opening up about these fantasies about, the young women actually in his life, and has even been brazen enough to ask her for nude pictures with her 14-year-old daughter, like the two of them together. It's really disturbing. So it's starting to kind of become clear how, these major elites have become so bold in their pedophilia and their pedophile fantasies and everything like that. Because when Janine went to the police, they didn't do anything. They kind of shrugged it off, like they didn't believe her. And that's the biggest issue that we're seeing across the board. Survivors don't come forward because they're afraid that they're not going to be believed, and then these stories come out and it kind of shows that. Then today you can even look at the corporate media and see that nobody's covering this story. Post Millennial is the only organization that I have seen even report on the Project Veritas video that came out last night as of recording. The media won't cover stories like this because it's one of their own or it's one of the elite. Heck, they're simply just trying to make the Maxwell case go away because, again, they are covering for the elite in their organizations and the people that support their organizations and politics and everything like that. They are just pushing to make these stories go away because, and they are complicit. And they are complicit. They're covering for their friends. Now they're covering for their employees, and we need to make this stuff known. CNN has a lot of explaining to do about their corporate culture. One bad seed, okay. Two, that's ignorance, but can still be explainable because it's done behind the scenes. Any more than that starts to show culture and complicits. And really, these issues seem to possibly go all the way to the top. And it comes out, and you can see it in their broadcasting into the stories that they decide to cover and which ones they don't. So why wouldn't they get out there and make a statement to try to get ahead of things? I'm not sure. I think we'll see something in the next coming days, but I don't know. But if there are any planned protests here in Atlanta, please let me know. I live here. I will come out. I will show, my solidarity with the victims of abuse. I think CNN headquarters is the perfect place to have those protests. That's how you make your voice heard. So if there's anything planned, please let me know. But I have linked the rest of this story so you can go actually watch the video. They have the Project Veritas video on the Post Millennial story. There's also a link to Project Veritas site so you can watch it straight from the source. It will be interesting to see what comes out of this. But I will tell you that video, it's not easy to watch. It is deeply disturbing. The stuff that is said, that this producer has said to her, is just unconscionable. And I don't know how anybody can do it. And we need to, again, independent journalists are speaking out. We need these people. We need your voice. We need to protest the elites. These issues are not easy to talk about. They're not easy to, raise. I'm sure YouTube is going to have an issue with me posting this video, but it doesn't matter. We need to make these voices heard. We need to use the platforms that we have to share these stories. And that's what I intend to do going forward as well. So please make sure you click that subscribe button. Follow me across social media platforms. And I'll see you guys next time, okay?